So now that that bit of magic grinding's out of the way, onward, let's go! Yeah, magic grinding, it does tend to take a while. But the thing is, I enjoy working on it. I've always loved the magic system in this game, it's just always been fun. So, back into Enchanted Pixie Wixie Land. Now that we've actually done some things in the Upperland Forest, we can actually backtrack a bit to get a special item. And that sounds like a good plan to me. Riot gas, and I'm a Moogle. Yay! I love being a winged koala bear. First things first, let's go to the summer area here in order to visit Watts again. We do, after all, have a new orb to forge. Hey, you can't dodge. What's that all about? Getting out of my range? How dare you? Way to cure nothing. And we're unconscious. As often as these things do turn out to be traps, I still enjoy opening them just to see how badly it goes sometimes. That might be a bad idea later on, because some of the traps get brutal. Okay, Watts, we're ready. The chakram becomes the load boomerang. Talking to my friends, apparently that's something that the translator for the game, Woolsey, I believe his name is, just seems to use a lot. Load something. We've already seen it twice in this game alone, the load axe and now the load boomerang. For those who have been wondering about the fluffy dragons flying overhead, or sometimes looking like they're flying under the ground, they're really mainly just scenery, just apparently something flying over the forest. But for some reason the sprite layering doesn't quite work too well with them, and so sometimes they fly under your characters or enemies, or the scenery sometimes. Hello there, Canon Travel. We need to go back to Gaia's navel. The item we get here will be a rather useful one to pick up, so definitely worth the momentary backtracking. From this point on, you can get it any time you want, but I figured we may as well do it now. No reason not to. And hey, the trip back to Canon Travel, at least it's a little bit more weapon training. And we nailed the bee. Wow, we outright killed it! Beautiful! Oh, that was fun. But the candy won't fit. So, time to make use of the shortcut and go back down to the dwarf village. I'm not quite sure what the exact trigger moment is for this, but it's available now. Oh, come downstairs, Elise. Thanks for dropping by. Take this mallet with you. That's what we used in the show. And we've received the Midge mallet. Like the magic rope, the Midge mallet is an infinite item. You can use it as many times as you want. So, quick bit of a demonstration here. The Midge mallet. It can be used to inflict or to cure Midge status. You can use it as often as you want. Now, you might be wondering, why would you want to inflict Midge status? Someone actually commented recently with a reason why it might not be a bad idea. Apparently, while in Midge status, the two magic casters can use it to their advantage. It cuts down on the cooldown time needed before you can cast again. And Sword has reached level 3 for Pranko, so what else do you need? Let's see, we can give you the Sprite Spear, that seems fitting enough. That is one thing of note about gaining magic and weapon experience, is it doesn't matter what you're training against. Enemies like this, of course, will give less overall experience, but they will give the same level of experience for weapon training. I still find it amusing that a sharp, pointy spear will actually put balloons on enemies, but so be it. Oh, somebody else's weapon went up. Okay, my weapon skill is up, but I still need more time with the whip because it's level 3 now. Wow, weapons are going up all over the place. Okay, Elise is done with the gloves now, so what else can we use on you? Let's see. Okay, everyone else is done with the sword, so we can safely give that to her. Herald sword for you. There's no real penalty to not training up weapons, but there's no real reason not to. I mean, if you have favorite weapons you enjoy using over others, may as well go with them. But overall, I like training them all up. It's useful for covering all bases. So back to Canon Travel we go. We're almost there. $16 gold. Apparently that's another common thing with Woolsey, is using GP as currency. Gold points? Guess that makes us better than Gato. All he had was silver points. Okay, so our brief little excursion out of the way, back to the Upperland Forest. Good to have that out of the way, anyway. And back into the woods we go. Sadly, nothing for us to land on. In fact, it seems the winter area is pretty much abandoned until you leave and come back. Kind of odd to notice that. Franco, you could certainly do with a level up, you know. Just putting that out there. Just a suggestion. But apparently, it's a suggestion you don't really want to pay attention to. So, Cure Water all around. At least want to get with the program and cast the magic, please. And thank you. And I'm tiny. Good thing we picked up the Midge Mallet. There's no real reason you want the main hero midged, I wouldn't think, since he can't cast magic. So, moving on. So, now that we have Analyzer on Elise, we can actually see what the crystal orbs need in order to get rid of them. Sylphid's magic will work. Kind of ironic since we just used Sylphid magic on it, but I guess they need an attack. Air Blast! Analyzer also works on enemies and treasure chests. Using it on an enemy will tell you things like how much health and magic it has, how much gold and experience it's worth, and if it has an elemental weakness. Using it on a treasure chest, you can actually see if it's a trap or not. But the thing is, it's not too worth using it for that purpose until a lot later on, when some of the traps can be outright deadly. At this stage in the game, they're just funny more than anything else. Okay, Spear has reached level 3. Let's give you the longbow for now. You need a lot of work on that.